Look forward to doing that event with the American Heart Association. Like I said, it's one of my favorite. I work very closely with the American Heart Association as an advocate for them, and so it's one of my favorite events. So I just wanted to announce that. That's going to be coming up.
Thank you. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun, especially Valentine's Day. So, and you know, some of these events are relatively traditional.
Yeah,
there are
absolutely.
health fairs, there are dinners and whatnot, but you're doing some very untraditional things as well.
Yes, we are.
Very creative things.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
One of the non-traditional things that I've done in my congregation is working with the youth. Helen and I had, we've sat down and said, how can we reach starting younger? How do we reach them younger to start better habits? So I've partnered with my youth director, Sister Andrea Thomas, and we've come up with Healthy Kids programs. Our kids meet on Wednesday night for Bible study, and so we started a Healthy Kids Challenge. So we would have a educational portion for them after feeding them a healthy dinner. And it took a little bit for them to get used to the things that we were feeding them, because we totally changed what we were giving them.
Did you turnips?
Yeah,
and
we went to
collards?
fresh vegetables and apples and things like that. And so we, after dinner, we then would do a nutrition portion. So we would talk to them about whole grains or hydrating and water and choosing healthy snacks. And each week we would have a different topic on nutrition. And then, since they had been sitting all day in school, and a lot of our gym classes have been cut out of a lot of our school districts, we give them a half hour of physical activity. So they get to choose a different class that they want to go to. They can go to a hula hoop class or a dance class or a football class, and we had a basketball. Did I mention basketball? I think I mentioned basketball. And we had tennis, absolutely, because there's a tennis court in back of the church.
Wow.
So each child has to pick an activity that they're going to stay in for the entire time that we'll be doing Bible study. And that's what they do. And so they have that. And we actually, at the beginning of our challenge, we actually did height, weight, we did body mass index for all the children.
Wow.
To see how many that we had were obese and how many were overweight, and we did blood pressures, and we did screen them, and then we, after the program ended, we went back to see if there was a difference, and we did have some weight loss, and we had questionnaires, and a lot of them had changed their habits and things like that, and really began to think more about their nutrition.
And you know, to back that up, I've just recently read a study where they say that the most important impact on kids and obesity is their families' habits. And it's not necessarily, surprisingly, it's not necessarily just being active. It's having the support at home. And so it's very interesting to me that you have this circle around the parents and the kids within the churches that helps to support all that. That's wonderful.
And it's amazing when you get kids involved and they start doing things, they will go home also and, how come we're not having this? Or we had this and it was good. So, you know, if we think back about before everyone started using seat belts, it was the kids who they taught in school, Mom, you need to wear your seat belt. I mean, kids would just nag you. I remember my nieces and nephews saying that, you know, do you have your seat belt on? And you know, so starting with our young people is very important because they will help to take that message along with the adults.
Yeah. And it's starting with them, that generation will carry on these healthy habits, you know, and hopefully with that the disparities will begin to change if we start in our youth. And then you'll see a change in the people from generation to generation, because then they'll take those habits to their kids and pass it on and on and on. And that's what we hope for by starting with the children.
Sure. As you're doing these larger events, you just talked about disparities and feeling comfortable being able to advocate for yourself in the healthcare system. And we talked earlier about these events being a sort of doorway, opening the door to that. Have you seen, after having done these events now, it's the 4th year, I think, for the the fair, have you seen an impact on the providers and them being able to be more culturally competent as they're interacting with your congregation? And I'm putting you on the spot.
You know, I'm gonna have to say yes, because you know what I found? I found that when we invite these clinics, the doctors that actually volunteer to come in are the ones that want to be involved more in the community. So they're opening it up and having these conversations with these people, and then these people are coming back to their clinic saying, well, I met this particular doctor and that's who I want to see. So yeah, I'm seeing it because they're the ones that are inviting it.
Wow, nice.
So
That's really important.
And it's important, one thing that you mentioned is to get people talking to the physician and people within the healthcare system, because that's one of the things, you know, there's a commercial, I think on KMOJ, where you have this person just talking about, oh, I'll talk about this, and they talk about that, and then they go in, and this is this person in the doctor's office.
Yeah.
Complete silence. And so one of the things that, you know, we're trying to do is to prepare individuals so that when they go in, that they really can advocate for themselves. They can really, you know, ask questions, and they won't be intimidated by the white coat. You know, so that's one of the things I think when we started off earlier. How do you help your that individual to speak with the doctor? What kind of questions do you ask, etc.? We think it's important for people to know how, because we're in this together. It's not just the doctor taking care of you. It's you being a team, teaming up with your healthcare provider so that you can be in better control of your health. And so that's one of the things that we're doing, and that's great. But one thing you, Loretta mentioned, is that that they've been partnering and doing the health fair and other activities, which is one of the things that I try to promote for sustainability for years to come, that churches from different denominations, which is just great, because that does not always happen, where different denominations come together and actually work together for the betterment of the community.
absolutely.
That's a good point.
Yes, but one of the unusual thing, or I should say non-traditional things, along with the health fair that Stairstep does, is a church Olympics.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's great. We have established a church Olympics, and each June, the fourth week of June, because now we have several different activities. The entire week of June, we have the church Olympics. And this is to promote physical activity. And not just for young people, we're talking about young and old. We usually say from 6 to 96. So we're trying to get everyone involved. And we begin each about in May with a walk-in challenge. So people are walking for 6 weeks and recording their steps. And then we start off with some fun activity, like we have roller skating. So we try to do family events as well as some competition. So we have the family events, which is the bicycle, which is the roller skating for family. This year in our 7th annual Church Olympics, Church Olympics and Family Fest. We added for a family event, we added a bike ride. And so we're looking to expand that in the years to come. But we have also, this year, we added a golf tournament. This is the first year.
Now, this is a fundraiser, right? The golf tournament?
Yeah,
Yes, I was going to say, because it has to be traditional.
Yes, yes. The golf tournament, we added for the first time this year. We had, I think, about 36 individuals who participated this first year. So we're looking for it to really expand and to grow next year. And then on Thursday we have a basketball tournament, and we have all age groups. It's really fun because we have pastors team, and the pastors, you know, they compete against each other. And as the event goes along, each winner of each event receive points, and the church with the most points receive a large Olympic trophy, which
Nice.
is envied.
Very nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so
Well,
yes.
you have, it's clear the Stairstep Foundation has done a fabulous job of making healthcare fun,
Yes.
wellness fun, reaching our community, and I thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
to share that with
Okay,
us.
and, please
congratulations.
Call, yes, please give us a call if you need additional information.
And we have the website up
Yeah.
so
Yes.
people
And-
can reach
and
you.
the phone
Yes,
number.
Thank you, and the phone number. Yep.
So
Thank you very much.
thank you.
And thank you for joining us on the St. Paul Forum.